Arr there, mateys! How you doing? We got the Pirates and Ninjas today, a fearsome duo. Those Pirates and Ninjas, can they survive 65 rounds with only villages and farms? And pineapples. Screw pineapples, though. Nobody cares about those stupid or what are they called? Grilled pineapples? Pfft, why are they even grilled, dude? Who grills pineapples? That's just weird. So we're gonna start off with a... Oh. 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 Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can restart to make the music actually work. Because the music's all messed up. Oh, it didn't work. Alright, looks like you guys are just have to listen to me in my amazing time today. Oh, it did work. Alright, perfect. So I actually am going to be going for banana farms today. It's kind of a weird thing, but I really feel like the banana farms will help us out a bunch. Because I'm going to go for some 2-3 ninjas combined with some aircraft carriers and or some cannon ships and or destroyers and or other random things that I just kind of want to have. So I have some really awesome stuff to talk about today. Holy crap, dude. Number one, who do you think would win in a fight? A pirate or a ninja? Okay, I'm gonna argue one point here. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it first. You got pirates. First of all, what do the pirates have as like weapons? They have guns, man. They've got freaking guns. So that, first of all, just it gives them an advantage. All right. Then you're thinking, oh wait, well ninjas. I mean, the pirates. It takes them a really long time to reload these guns, right? Yeah, it actually does. Like maybe one shot. And what if they miss? These aren't really accurate guns because these are like back in the day. Also, are we talking about modern pirates? Or are we talking like back in the day pirates? I think we should talk about back in the day pirates. Like back in the day pirates versus back in the day ninjas. Which I don't even know. Are ninjas a real thing? Like, were they like popular at some point? Where like ninjas were like a form of war or something? I feel like they probably were, kind of like samurais, but ninjas, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so, but then the ninjas, they got freaking shurikens, So they can throw as many shurikens as they want, and they don't have a cooldown. And like maybe it's not as deadly as a gun. If you get hit with a freaking cannonball to your chest, like that is not going to be fun. You're probably going to get hurt, if not die. If you get hit with a shuriken, like I don't feel like it's going to kill you. It might hurt you. Unless like you slice their throat, which you have to be really accurate to slice their throat. You got to be really boss man with those shurikens. Slice somebody's throat, and you have to like slice in the right spot and everything. Like nobody's gonna, you can dodge shurikens too. You can't really dodge bullets as much as you can dodge shurikens. I don't know. At least I feel like you can dodge them. They're not nearly as fast. Only as fast as you can throw them, dude. But then, like, hand-to-hand combat, who would win? Obviously, a ninja would beat a pirate in hand-to-hand combat. Hey, pirates, they probably have swords or something. They probably have something, like, pretty reasonably good for hand-to-hand combat. But, no, I think I'm going to give it to the ninjas, because they've been training for a while. They're trained to be, super-duper fast and super-duper good at, like, hand-to-hand combat and stuff. But, on the other hand, there's a difference between training and being out in the field. And I feel like pirates are out in the field all the time, getting freaking attacked, and they have to make sure they're boss enough to defend in the real world. And sometimes, you can't learn everything from a book. So I feel like maybe the ninjas have a slight disadvantage in that scenario. That maybe they're battling each other, but they've never battled pirates before. Where pirates, they're all over the place. They can battle everybody. So who do I think would win in a one-on-one fight? A ninja or a pirate? Honestly, I am going to go with the pirates. You probably don't believe me. You probably think, no way, man, a ninja's going to win because he's just way cooler. Coolness does not come into play in who would win in a fight. Gotta point that out, man. Gotta point that out. But, here we go. This is where it's going to get absolutely intense. Who would win in a fight? An army of pirates or an army of ninjas? And this is where the game changes completely, my friends. Now, I feel like you have to... Oh, crap. Oh. My goodness, clicking all these bananas while talking about pirates and ninjas, man, it gets a little bit difficult. Then, when you add in all that stuff, man, I feel like, an army of ninjas would definitely take out pirates. Also, you gotta keep in mind, ninjas got the stealth factor and everything going for them, so, obviously that helps out. Stealth factor does help out. But you can't really stealthify somebody on a boat. It's like you gotta have a boat to get to them. I don't know, it's just, yeah, whatever. But I feel like if you have an army, it's a lot easier to, win the battle. Like, if you have a bunch of pirates versus a bunch of ninjas, just imagine the battle. That'd be freaking awesome. They need to make a movie about a giant pirate battle versus a giant ninja battle. I swear, that would just be awesome. I would watch that thing every single day, all day. So you can tell we are spamming the boats already. Third tier boats for the win. I'm going to go for a pretty good mixture. I'm going to get like one cannon ship, one destroyer. I don't know, maybe I should go for another banana farm upgrade. All the way up to a fourth tier. I don't know, that's kind of greedy. I'm a very greedy person though. Can I defend with just 2 boats? That is the question, to get all the way up to a 4th tier. Because if I can't get all the way up to a 4th tier, like right now, I don't think I want to do it. I don't want to do it around 50 or anything like that. It's got to be like round 40, man. If I don't get it before the Moabs, no point to even getting them. And then by that point, man, I don't know, can I even defend ceramic balloons? I don't think so. I don't think I can defend them with my current technologies. And it's sad because you can't just use like a quick battle energy or something just in case you get in trouble. No, it's not that easy. It's not just a one-click fix. No, So I am going to sell this banana farm. It looks like I will be able to afford it, luckily. It's $14,000. Once I get that, I'll be super duper happy. Whee! Plus, I don't have to click as many bananas. It's just way nicer to get a banana crate instead of a bajillion bananas flying all over the place. So what I like to do is I do like to keep my 3rd tier banana farm until I get slightly closer to having the right-sided upgrades as well. I don't know why. I just feel like it's more beneficial for me. It's probably not, but I just feel like it is. So we're getting some hard levels coming up. This is round 30 already. This is where I have to get a little bit more careful. Let's get this guy going. We're going to go sellage. We go buyage. And super buy. Alright, now is where we have to be really careful. Even crazier stuff. I'm going to start getting my ninjas going. Alright, little ninja buddy, come on. I'm going to get a 4th tier ninja, then I'm going to combine him with a 2th tier ninja. We're just going to mix these guys up like crazy. It's going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Woo! And it looks like we will end up getting a 4th tier ninja before round 40. Absolutely mother effing amazing. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. It also depends. Like, do they know about the battle, or is it just like a secret like fight off? I don't know. There's too many like random stipulations that I could put on each one of these guys. But I do feel like the ninjas, the army of ninjas, would just have more of a battle plan. Like the main pirate, he would just be like, okay, we got to do this, guys, and like people would be afraid of all these ninjas. They might not want to listen to the main pirate guy. So here's what we can do is we can go really crazy and we can rebuy our banana farm and go for another 4th tier banana farm. So we're getting a lot of money over here, which is kind of nice. I actually really like having big chunks. Who doesn't like having big chunks of money, though? That is the right answer. That is the right answer. But I remember they actually used to have this show a long time ago. I believe they might have done a pirate versus a ninja battle. And I don't remember who won, but I think the show only lasted like 1 season, but they would talk about like what weaponry. They would kind of like go back in history, and they would talk about like the weaponry of like each person and like who would win in a one-on-one fight. And then they have like a really crappy battle at the end of like an animated battle. They also used to have that with oh crap. I don't know if I can handle this guy. Alright, so we did good there. Luckily, I got my 4th tier ninja up again. Now let's combine these guys with, you know what, I think I'm going to save up for an aircraft carrier. I'll just feel nice when I have an aircraft carrier. I won't feel unstoppable. I'm not going to be unstoppable, of course, but at least I'll feel a little bit better. So that all being said, what would you rather be? Would you rather be a pirate or a ninja? That's a really good question. I'm also talking about back in the day. Alright, not like, you know, a pirate these days where you're a Somalian pirate where you're stealing people and crap like that. No, not like that. Like back in the day. Again, I don't know what year ninjas would be from, but just imagine that you were a ninja from the year whatever. Whatever year you want. Preferably not in 2016, because that would be, it'd be really weird to be a ninja in 2016. But personally, I would actually be a pirate. You're probably thinking, Chris, you want to be a ninja, man. You want to be a ninja every single day of the week. Wrong. I don't think it would be a bad thing to be a ninja, but I'd prefer to be a pirate. And the reason why is because when you're a pirate, you have like a lot of freedom. You know, you can like do whatever you want. Like, of course, I'd be the leader pirate. I'd be the leader ninja as well. But when you're like a ninja, you'll have like all these stipulations. You have to follow all the rules, and like you only get to attack at certain times, and you have to be very, very like cautious about how you do everything. And the things they do are pretty cool. But then when I'm a pirate, man, I can do whatever the heck I want. Steal crap from people, fight giant octopuses, fight other giant squid monsters and crap like that. Maybe kill some manatees while I'm at it. I don't know. If I was a pirate, I would probably be an evil pirate. Just being straight with you guys. I don't know if I would actually be a good pirate. I don't think there is such a thing as a good pirate. You know, maybe the Robin Hood of pirates. steal from the pirates, give to the poor. The pirate who pirates pirates. That would be awesome. That would be another really good movie idea, man. I'm coming up with ridiculously awesome movie ideas today. You guys gotta give me something for these ideas. If you do ever end up selling my ideas to a big company, you gotta give me at least like 30%, man. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for all of it. If you did all the work to go through and actually go through with my ideas and think that they're such a good idea that you want to sell it, hey, I'm not gonna say that's the right thing to do, but I am gonna say, hey, give me 30% of the money. I don't think I'm gonna complain. Especially if it's worth millions of dollars. So I'm also just continuing on getting a bunch of monkey pirates and crap. We can whoop. I didn't even get to insta-kill that guy. That's how fast we killed them. So yes, we have a crap ton of money. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to sell these banana farms at this point. And we're going to go for a couple more 2-3 ninjas. Can you believe that we have $80,000? How did that money even happen? That was ridiculous. I can't even buy things fast enough. Alright, and I believe... Okay, we're almost on round 63, which again is probably the hardest round that we have to beat. But with all of our current technology, obviously it's not going to be a big deal, especially with all those cannon ships. We literally annihilated them as soon as they come in. Billions of ninjas just destroying everything. But that's pretty much all I have. Oh, and plus, if you were a pirate, you get a freaking parrot! You get your own little parrot, and I probably would be a pirate that I have all my limbs, hopefully. Hopefully I don't have scurvy or anything like that. But... it would just be way more fun to be a pirate, and you get a parrot. But, I think I'd be the cool guy. I'd get an eagle instead of a pirate. I'd be the pirate with an eagle. Kill my enemies. Yeah. This just sounds awesome. But anyways, this is going to be the end of the video. Obviously, we had a good time playing with the pirates and the ninjas. We're actually running out of money now. Actually, as soon as we lost those farms, we actually started to realize that we could spend our money. But thank you guys so much for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.